In Europe, the special Hun got the better of the special one, and domestically it looks like Baz ball was superior to Brodge ball as Rangers have defeated Celtic in the league at Celtic Park by 3-2. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. What a weekend of action. Two great derby games on Sunday, some decent football on Saturday, league table shaken up a little bit. Brendan Rodgers tasting two defeats against Rangers for the first time in its history in a row. So, yeah, lots to talk about. Dundee picking up their first win at Tannadice in a long time and getting some momentum back, because that could have been, had that scoreline went the other way, that could have been a sackable offence for Tony Docherty. So it was a big weekend, and we actually got some sackings as well. So lots to talk about.
A few weeks ago, we labelled one of these shows the worst weekend ever. This ain't quite the best ever, but you know what? It was no bad.
It was a good weekend, yeah.
It was good.
Hearts closing in on third spot. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I believe you said no chance a few weeks ago. I think there's a decent chance now.
Problem is, though, Hearts could get into third, then bottle it like everyone else.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we just hold off and go into third in the final game of the season. Right now, I've got Hearts as second favourites for third spot.
Hibs, Hearts,
Dundee United, Aberdeen.
Aye.
Probably Motherwell, actually, before Aberdeen.
I'd put fucking St Johnstone before Aberdeen. That's plenty. Anyway, League Two.
I mean, Dundee United, let's just quickly talk about them. What are they doing? What are they doing?
Aye, they could have lost by about 10.
See, ever since they got into third spot, yeah, alright, Aberdeen have been equally as shite, so they haven't fought, but they've been caught by Hibernian. They're getting catched by Hearts. I mean, I wouldn't be. I can see a world where Motherwell finish above Dundee United. It's unlikely, especially with the split coming up. But I just don't get it. It didn't look like this was going to happen. It looked like There was one point where I thought that Dundee United were like nailed on certs to be third.
No, totally. And now,
just like people thought Aberdeen had nailed on at minimum third place at the beginning.
But we'll get to it when we get to it.
And then you know what? See, a few weeks ago, when Hibs beat Dundee United, and Hibs moved in, and they beat Hearts, you're thinking...
Beat Celtic?
Yeah, they beat Celtic, they beat Dundee United, then they beat Hearts. At that point, you're thinking, Hibernian guaranteed now. And the bookmakers were giving you them 9-2. But see now, honestly, you're looking at it and going, Hibs' forms began to dry up a wee bit.
I know they play Rangers in a couple of weeks at Ibrox, and I don't know what the game before it is, but I mean, you could easily look at like 1-2 points out of 9.
Could be pressure. Could just simply be pressure. And everyone that's moving into that third spot is buckling under it. Anyway, let's see who buckled in League 2. Bonnyrigg Rose 1, Stirling Albion 1. Speaking of buckling, I've been buckling in work lately, guys. Let's put it down for a vote in the comments. What did I do? Stay in the slave job 9 to 5 or take the redundancy? 152 grand I'm being offered. Divide about a lot of money.
50 or something?
Some shit like
That's
that.
near enough. 50, about 50.5.
That's actually good, no? Not bad, that.
But so if anyone wants to send us 152 grand, so I can paint the West Wing.
If somebody sends 152 grand, I will burn my current employer to the ground.
No, it's mad.
Why, maybe not.
I don't know. I mean, burn it to the ground? I mean, it's closing down in a week.
True. Fire sale.
It'd be a good waste of gasoline.
Fire sale. Anyway.
Back to normal after being burnt to the ground.
Defeats. Burnt to the ground.
Good frying pan.
Anyway, Celtic Park was almost burnt to the ground this weekend.
We're at League 2, mate.
That's why Tierney was trying to put out those fires that Rangers were starting.
We'll get to that later on.
We sprinkle of water here, sprinkle of water there.
Anyway, done by the...
Bonnyrigg Rose 1, Stirling Albion 1. Thoughts on it?
Shite. It's another one 3-0. I mean, these games, man. I'm willing to... 2-0 Elgin. Oh, yeah. Barry Ferguson's former club getting beat. 4 for Athletic, defeated 2-0. And Peter Heed 2-0 against Edinburgh City. Moving into the League 2 table, folks. There you go.
You sound like a guy that's speeding through this because you've got bigger fish to fry.
I've got big fish to fry.
Edinburgh City in third spot, looking good.
Aye.
I think they're beyond, though, catch the top 2.
Absolutely, I'd say so, aye.
At the bottom.
It's an interesting league.
Who's going down?
Your throat, by the sounds of it. I'm going to go Bonnyrigg. Actually, I don't know. Fuck it, Clyde. I don't know.
It's a freeway race, isn't it, really?
Right, League One. Arbroath won. Dumbarton won.
Your throat didn't sound
I
too
didn't.
good either.
Inverness nil. Annan won.
Must be
I've
contagious.
got a bad cough. I don't know what's going
Must
on.
be contagious. Anyway,
Inverness not looking good financially.
tell us something we don't know.
I know, but there's been like more developments in that. They can't find anyone to put money in.
Well,
maybe your redundancy. Maybe you could put some money in.
Yeah, that's true. No, they did have people in. They had investors at the start of the season, but they didn't want to give up over 50% of the club. But you know what? Is it not better to see if you're the owner or whatnot, or a majority owner, or one of the shareholders or whatnot? Is it, see if you don't have the money and you're not in a position to save the club? Is it not better off giving up your half percentage, that big 5-0 share, and giving up control of the club in order to save the club?
Yeah, but also, when you factor it in, surely you would make more money by giving up more percentage points to someone coming in than you would trying to keep it alive. Because look what's happened. They would have guaranteed they've made less money on that. Doesn't make any sense, but,
No, but
that's the problem when you don't have people in charge of a club they actually like or care about.
Some people just want the ownership.
Yeah, but it's pathetic, that, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, pretty much letting the club fucking sit there and... I mean, it's going to fall right... there could be more deductions on the line. We don't really know what's going to happen.
Let's say Inverness Caledonian Thistle went bust.
Mm-hmm.
What would you call them? The Return Club? The Tribute Act? What would you call them?
Inverness City?
That's not bad. Inverness Thistle Caledonian?
Well, there used to be... Well, it used to be Inverness Caledonian and then Inverness Thistle, and they combined it.
Fair enough.
They actually were... shout out to Planes, Trains, Everything. He did a video about that.
It's a good guy,
He was
Scott.
at Inverness Clacknacuddin. They wanted to merge all three, but Clacknacuddin told them to fuck off. I don't think...
Free's a crowd, buddy.
No, free is a crowd, but see, at the end of the day, it's like... It just doesn't really work merging free. I don't think merging two clubs work, let alone three.
Wait. Is Free truly a crowd, though? I think we've seen some good trios
In terms
over
of
the years.
football clubs, I'd say it's a crowd.
Nah, I mean, I think we've seen some good trios over the years.
Like...
Well, Woody obviously thought that Woody, Buzz, and Andy, that was a crowd.
Aye. Strange things are
But
happening.
from Andy's perspective, he kind of needs a crowd.
Aye.
Because if he's only got two, him and Buzz...
He had plenty more than those two, though.
I know, but I mean...
The rest of them were in the box.
Yeah, but at all times, Andy kind of needs... No, I mean, who's Buzz supposed to fight? What crime does Buzz... Like... Oh, Buzz, look, an alien! You know,
What?
I mean, if
sign of intelligent life on Earth.
if it's only Andy and Buzz, that's only two people.
Aye.
Who's Buzz fighting? What crime's he stopping?
You are a toy.
What a movie.
What a movie.
Even if Tom Hanks is a bit of a
Aye, but fucking... on
weirdo,
the
like, you know,
shady side.
a bit on the shady side. Not the slim shady, the extreme shadiness.
Aye.
Aye, anyway, let's move on. Montrose 2, Cove Rangers 2.
Links Park. What a stadium. Queen of the South 3. Alloa 2.
Wait, hold on. Beverly Hill Cox. Did you think that was did you think that was a crowd? Do you think Foley got on better with your man? The gimpy looking one?
The gimpy looking one?
No, not
I mean-
Taggart.
Rosewood.
Aye. No, not gimpy, but you know what I mean. He was a bit...
Gimpy. Gimpy?
What? No,
I
I
would
know.
describe him as a fucking gimp. Goofy. He's goofy.
Yeah, well, goofy maybe. Well, hold on, he went to a strip bar and he got all nervous.
Well, maybe it's half a gimp. I don't know.
Hold on, he got a banana fucking shoved up his tailpipe.
Maybe he should have went to a gay bar like Fetal Spatafore.
What else do you call it? I mean, come on. Anyway, 3-2, Queen of the South.
Right, Stenhouse Moor 0, Kelly Hearts 0. Any movie references to fire out in this one, or?
Nah. I'm alright.
He's alright, so I think we're going to look at the League One table, folks. Alright, so let's go. Arbroath. I think they're going to win it. Dumbarton are down, no two ways about it.
Oh, Dumbarton are
Well,
screwed.
they could get saved if Inverness, just do they get like more points deductions, which I don't think will happen. But
No, but realistically, what would be the next step for Inverness in terms of points deductions? Would it just be another 15? Because that ain't going to be enough.
I honestly don't know how it works.
Let's say another 15 ain't going to bring in. It's just not. Dumbarton aren't playing good enough to make up.
There's a case for like 25 wouldn't even fucking be enough.
Yeah, but like 15 would take Inverness on to 17. Dumbarton would still be 8 behind, they ain't. Honestly, I think you'd need Inverness to get like a 30-point deduction to make it interesting.
Yeah, no, definitely. But with their form, you'd still expect they even got 30 points to beat them. I would.
Anyway, look at the in terms of playoffs, could be pretty tight. It looks like Cove Rangers and Stenhousemuir will secure those spots. However, that fourth spot could be close. Alloa Athletic on 40 points, Queen of the South 38, Kelty Hearts 46, and then who knows? Maybe Montrose Inverness outside shots, possibly.
Aye, League One. Nothing to say.
League One.
League One. It's the championship time, alright?
This is the one that matters. Airdrieonians free, Livingston free. Is this a result that keeps Airdrieonians' hopes of staying in the championship alive, and is it also a result that knocks Livingston out of the title race?
I think it's a bit of both. I definitely... Well, I mean, I think the fact that Dunfermline are brutal and are losing every game, I don't think a defeat here would have completely killed Airdrie, but at the same time, gaining anything's good. And for Livy, I think it is done. I think Falkirk's won the league. Ewan Cameron can bounce about as a bell all he wants, because it's over.
It's weird material.
It is weird material.
I have Scottish teams outside of Hearts that I'm favourable towards, that I maybe like or have a soft spot for. I would never jump around and celebrate.
Jump around.
Alright, House of Pain. But no, I just wouldn't do that. It's a bit weird.
Barry.
I would in Europe. I'm not going to lie. Like, I mean, if Falkirk were playing in Europe and they got a big... If Falkirk beat Real Madrid in Europe, I'd be jumping around like a Falkirk fan.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong.
I remember when Dundee United beat AC Alkmaar. That was
a good day.
I was ready to stick on tangerine clothing. I was
no, but it's like...
I was going to peel some oranges and just fucking stick the skin over me, like, you know. But
yeah, but it's just... It's like...
But that's different, because that's...
No, but it's like, see if you do a bet, right?
That's Scottish clubs representing
see if you do a bet and your team, the team you need to score wins, and say it is Falkirk, I mean, you're going to celebrate it.
That's different. That's money orientated, like.
Alright, well, yeah, but like you said, in Europe, right?
But my point is, no, like...
But no, I think we're on I think we're on other clubs' gear is a step way too far.
No, it is. I just don't know why Ewan Cameron's celebrating and wearing Falkirk shit. I mean...
And and he seems to like to wear other club stuff. He brings it on himself. I think he knows what he's doing.
I could almost understand it if it was Falkirk in a battle against Hibs.
Aye.
For the championship. No, it's weird anyway. Free, Airdrieonians free, Livingston free. Hamilton nil, Greenock Morton 2. Good result for Airdrie, because it means that Hamilton do not get any more points. And Hamilton and them, the thing for Airdrie is they've got to have a little bit of faith, because Hamilton and Dunfermline are both playing shit.
Yep.
I think Airdrieonians must... I mean, they've got to know that if they can put together a run of form...
The next game's away to Falkirk, though. Dunfermline have got a game extra played, I believe, and as you can see, Hamilton are away to Ayr.
Anyway, Hamilton lost there to Greenock Morton. Partick Thistle 2, Ayr United 0. You talk about...
balloon bursting.
Yeah, you talk about results that can end title hopes. What a weekend for Falkirk.
Yeah, it's over. I mean, I think Scott Brown's done a great job here. He's still got a chance in the playoffs.
I don't know if it's over, but I would say it's as close as you can get to.
Well,
over.
why I would say it's over, right? Falkirk play Airdrie next. That's like 3 points on the board. And the games are running out. We're not talking about 15 games like it was a couple of games. We're talking like 6, 7 here. And that's the difference. It's game over. And then this was a great performance for Falkirk. They won 4-0. And of course, Callum Davidson got sacked not long after it. Got booked in the 70th minute. Sayonara, goodbye. We didn't agree with it, didn't we not?
No, this is a Scottish and League Cup. Yo. He doesn't get the credit he deserves for that.
No, see Callum Davidson
See
being a
someone-
double. No, but see Callum Davidson being a double winner, right? That is something that transcends Queen's Park.
See, no, it is. See, winning a cup double outside of the Old Firm, right, is an epic achievement. But it's not like he done it at Hearts, Aberdeen, or Hibs. He done it at St Johnstone.
Yeah. This would be like Everton sacking Ancelotti.
And I can't remember who won Manager of the Year. Was that Gerrard that year?
Gerrard did.
And I said that Callum Davidson should have won it, and people were upset. Oh no, unbeaten and all this. I don't think it matters for me. What's more impressive? What's more likely to happen again? What is more likely to happen again? Rangers win a league and go unbeaten and only draw in 4 games, or St Johnstone to win the cup double in the same season? What's more likely to happen again?
No, it's obviously Rangers.
I mean, we've seen Celtic and Rangers do unbeaten seasons. Not I wouldn't say regularly, but we've seen it.
It's not like Arsenal, for example. Premier League, they don't do it. I mean, but here it has happened. It does happen.
A lot of people thought Celtic were going to go unbeaten this year, up to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me...
No, the more I look back, Callum Davidson should have won it, right? Doesn't mean Gerrard was shit. Gerrard was great. But
here, no. I think the reason they gave it... Gerrard stopped the 10, and I get that. But just because that... See if that was like Gerrard's first season, I don't think they give it to him. I think it was because it stopped the 10.
It's also the fact that the league title does triumph both cups. For example, if Callum Davidson won the league with St Johnstone and Gerrard does the double, he's obviously going to...
Hold on. If Callum Davidson won, he'd be getting a fucking knighthood, right? We wouldn't be talking about this guy getting sacked for Queen's Park.
Maybe Madrid does.
He'd be at Real Madrid.
Yeah, but it just highlights my point. The league's more important than the cups.
Aye, it is, but I mean, it's more impressive for St Johnstone to win the cup double.
No, of course it is. But the league's more important as well.
Right, well, it is, but the point's going to be ahead.
The point's not going over. I literally just said here, I think he probably should have won it. But at the same time, Gerrard stopping the 10. It was like a mission. And you can say a cup double's not going to happen. How often is someone stopping 9 in a row going to happen? It's happened 3 times now. But you can maybe argue St Johnstone winning 2 cups will never happen again.
I would like to see how many cup doubles...
But what's the more chance? Is someone stopping 9 in a row again? Or St Johnstone winning 2 cups?
Someone stopped 9 in a row, because Celtic are getting pretty close to it.
Yeah, but stopping. It has to be stopped. It's not a case of someone getting to 9.
Yeah, but I feel like Rangers and Celtic are always going to be capable of winning the league.
Like 9 in a row, though?
No, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No. Let's say it's the worst Rangers team in history.
No.
And Celtic are on net. Let's say Celtic get to 9 and they're up against the worst Rangers team in history. And they brought back Pedro Casinha with Clement as his number 2.
What, a Celtic?
No, Rangers.
Fuck me. Well, it's all over.
Celtic are on for 9 in a row. And Pedro Casinha's the new Rangers manager. They brought him back for a second stint. Clement's his number 2.
Why?
See, at the start of that season, what's more likely, Rangers winning the league or St Johnstone's in a cup, though?
I need to see the St Johnstone team for
No, you don't.
for a place. You don't realise who you fucking put in charge here? The fucking Chuckle Brothers.
Some people would argue that's us.
Some people would argue that, but...
Right, great win, Falkirk. I feel sad for Callum Davidson, but you know what? He'll be back. He'll get a job, don't worry.
Right, what about the guy...
But you know what? How weird is it, though? Honestly, how weird is it that Callum Davidson literally just did knock Rangers at the Scottish Cup about a month ago?
5 weeks ago,
yeah, and now he's sacked. Now, producer John on the Big Scottish Football Podcast said that was Queen's Park's greatest achievement. And Stephen Mills shot him down. But I think if you look at the context, yeah, Queen's Park have won leagues and have won cups before. But I actually think back when they won them, football is more of a level playing field.
Absolutely.
What was a bigger up? What was more an achievement? I actually do think beating Rangers was a bigger achievement for Queen's Park.
No, and you've got to look at the stature of Queen's Park, right? We're not talking about a team that won leagues and cups like 20 years ago. We're talking about a team that won. It was all in the 19th century, wasn't it? Near enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that is donkeys ago. I get Stephen Mills' point, right? Because for a football club, it should be about winning trophies. It should be about that rather than just one-off results. It's not like Queen's Park won the cup by beating Rangers. That would be a different kettle of fish. But the reality is, I mean, it's a massive result. It's not like Newcastle. Newcastle shouldn't be going 70 years for a major trophy. With Queen's Park going like 100 and whatever.
Wait, well, Dumbarton have got a league title.
Aye.
But I think if Dumbarton got Celtic in the Scottish Cup third round and they went to Celtic Park and beat them 3-0, I would say that's Dumbarton's best ever achievement, despite them previously having won a league. I think you've got to look at the context.
No, you do have to look at the context.
And I do think that was I think that was Queen's Park's best result, that win against Rangers.
No, it's you're right.
But I get it. It is only over 90 minutes. But to me, that's the kind of result that should have bought Callum Davidson at least a season. And for some reason, it didn't.
It didn't. But
you know
apparently
what?
Fell out with the
Yeah,
Brodge,
I think there's more to it. I don't think it's purely a results-based decision. But
anyway,
we'll never
Wave
know.
2 against Dunfermline.
Another manager at the door.
Only lasted 4 weeks, 5 weeks on the job, something like that. I don't know.
I believe he came from
Kelly Hearts.
So yeah, obviously didn't work out too well for him.
Apparently, Davidson's linked with this job.
That'd be a good job for Jesus.
It'd be fucking weird, though, wouldn't it?
No, but I think it'd be a good. I think Dunfermline's a decent sized club.
No, but see, you see, because you're bigging up Callum Davidson's double, right, and rightfully so. Should he not walk into a Premiership job?
I mean, true, but he did get sacked for a Premiership club team that was bottom of the table. So therefore, where else are to really go?
Yeah, but surely like that. But compare it to like a Stephen Naismith, right, and a Jimmy Thielen, who have shown relegation fucking form with massive clubs.
No, I agree. I just think it's. I do think that Callum Davidson.
Well, name me the last manager outside Callum Davidson that won a cup outside out of the Old Firm. He is like a different breed these days.
Stubbs.
Aye, and look how fucking long ago was that. What's he doing?
It would be Stubbs, wouldn't it? Then before that was McKinn's.
No, Inverness won it 2015. Who's that?
Billy Davids. Or Billy McCann. No.
Billy Dodds.
Billy Dodds, aye.
Point is, winning cups at teams outside, I mean, let's be honest.
Is rare?
Celtic, because Rangers only have won 2, right? But it's still, Rangers still won 2, right?
What do you mean Rangers only ever won 2?
Saying in like the last decade.
Right, just.
You fucking reel it in there, but you get my point.
Wait, that's what you did say. I'm not just.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the last decade.
Right.
Right? Rangers have won 2, Celtic have won like 1 million, right? Put it into that. Winning cups outside the top 2 is just not a regular thing. And Callum Davidson has literally won 2 in a season.
Yeah.
It's like Callum Davidson winning the cup double, you're right, is better than Gerrard doing 55, and it's better than whatever treble Rodgers can do this season.
Did he not also finish 6th that year?
I think so. I can't really remember.
He got screwed at that award. Anyway,
Dunfermline
sacked. Race Rovers. Let's look at it. Airdrieonians now 6 points behind Dunfermline, 7 points behind Hamilton. This could be toasty. Queen's Park, in no danger of going down.
No. Well, I mean, they could finish 9th.
No, they.
No.
Hamilton, Dunfermline are shite.
Fair enough.
Partick Thistle at one point did look like they were maybe going to slip up and lose 4th, but picked up some form lately.
I'm looking forward to Falkirk in the top flight. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Aye, Falkirk will be there, I think now, 8-point lead. It's going to be hard for Levy or Ayr to turn it around. But, you know what? I do think that Levy and Ayr have a chance in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to beat a Premiership side over 2 games.
I mean, what you got to bear in mind is it's 8 points, yeah, but if they close 5 and 6, then they can still be alive going into the last day. But I guess their goal difference is really good as well, Falkirk. Anyway, into the one that matters. Dundee United 2, Dundee 4. Great game. Overall, I thought it was a better game than the Old Firm, I have to be honest. A lot of drama, a lot of goals, one more goal.
Jim Goodwin looked like he was on the verge of
walking across the stadium with a duffel bag.
Pretty much, aye. We've seen that before. I wonder what Jim Goodwin's thinking. Because let's be honest, most people predict them to be winning the sack race. That didn't happen, and he's had a great season, no doubt about it. But the last 6 weeks, 2 months, Dundee United have fallen off a cliff.
Well, they have.
They've probably had relegation type form, or at least relegation.
What is it with every team that's in the top 6 right now, outside of Rangers? Well, I mean, actually, outside of Celtic, let's be honest, I think there's even points this season where Rangers have had absolutely not quite relegation, but it's been horrific, especially the away form. Dundee United, Hibs, Hearts, and Aberdeen.
They lost 4 games in a row at fucking Ibrox. That's not great either.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so
history record setting. So that's pretty damn shite.
There is a case,
Anyway, McGee, Tiffany, McGee, and Simon Murray. Simon Murray,
two great goals for Jordan.
Simon Murray not in the Scotland squad, should he be?
Well, he got a fake one at his dome. I think he should be.
I think Simon Murray's a decent player.
Would I put him in over James Wilson? No, because I feel like we need to build for the future, and Simon Murray ain't that.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, the question is, let's say we qualify for the next tournament. Who would you rather? You can build for the future all you want, but let's say Scotland are in desperate need of a goal, and we're taking on, I don't know, Egypt in the World Cup last group game.
Yeah, but what sounds better? Oh, Scotland are bringing on 17-year-old wonder kid.
Well,
James Wilson.
he won't be 17.
Or they're bringing on, I don't know, he's 16 right now. He must be 17.
He's 18.
No, he's not.
James Wilson just turned 18.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I'm willing to bet big money.
Well, let's go Google it then.
I can't be arsed Googling it.
How much money you willing to bet?
He might not be 16, but I think he's 17.
You only bet that grand?
That grand what?
How are you?
No, I'm not willing to bet that. Because you can't afford to double it, so...
No, because I don't need to double it, because I know for a fact...
Hold on, he turned 18?
Yes.
So he's born, 2007?
Thank you.
I'm on the ropes.
It's a grand.
Right, so he'll be 19, wonder kid anyway. It's better than the 31-year-old declined, shite, ginger guy for Dundee.
It doesn't matter. All you care about who's got the better chance of scoring a goal. But I do agree, Wilson for the future, but I think that in the immediate... Well, if that's the case, why is Craig Gordon getting picked?
I'd argue for...
Why is Craig Gordon getting picked?
I'd argue because he actually is the best goalie. Can you honestly say, hand on heart, that Simon Murray is better than James Wilson right now?
No, I can't, but I would have no issue with somebody thinking that he is.
Right, well, this was a good game. Jordan McGee with 2 great goals. Red card at the end. I mean, he could have just given him a second yellow, but he gave him a straight red. Double jeopardy. Didn't
goals, cards, everything you'd want in a dark. I tell you what, every time I watch a Dundee derby, it's great.
Yep. Could be the last one this season. Probably will be. Unless Dundee United go into the bottom 6.
Could be the last one for a while.
It could be. I don't think it
I hope it's not, though.
No, I hope it's not.
You sometimes don't appreciate something because you don't really have it, but for a long time we never got this because they seem to be yo-yoing.
Yeah.
One would go up and one would go down. But I think that the Dundee derbies...
You're talking about a game here that gets over 10,000, and that's a good look for the league.
No, but it's exciting games as well.
Yes, not as exciting. And
this should be a televised game. Every time the Dundee derby's on, it should be televised. And
it's why getting Dundee United up for Livy is great. It's why getting Falkirk up for St Johnstone's great, because you're just getting a club with actual fucking fans, man. You know what I mean? If the stadium was half empty for this game, it would have been shit.
But it wasn't. It was pretty packed, and we got a good game of football. So
we did. Speaking of a good game of football, Celtic 2, Rangers 3, first win at Parkhead in 5 years, and Big Barry, man, laying the smackdown. Who'd have thought? Not bad for a guy that just got hired because he's staunch, yeah?
You know what? Barry Ferguson must be playing himself into consideration.
I said this earlier, right?
Now, I don't think he's favourite by any means, and I don't think he'll get the job, but I think when he first took over, it was purely just to get to the end of the season. I think that with the win against Fenerbahce and this win against Celtic, he's not hurting his case.
The win against beating Fenerbahce, right? That didn't really surprise me. Maybe away did, but this one genuinely did. Even though I predicted 2 each, right, and it was pretty close to being 2 each, but I'm glad I was wrong. I just did not expect Rangers to win here. I didn't, and we can talk about his time at Clyde, his time at Kelty Hearts, but could it be the fact that he's got like someone like Neil McCann behind him? Neil McCann's a smart guy. So you listen to him on Sports Scene, he knows his tactics and he knows his stuff. Maybe Barry Ferguson's passion, right?
Have you seen those guys on the sidelines? I wouldn't want to mess with them.
No, neither would I, but do you know how maybe Barry Ferguson's passion matched with Neil McCann's tactics and level-headedness could be a good combination? Because he didn't have that at Kelty Hearts and Clyde, and I know it may sound far-fetched, but maybe having 4 guys instead of just Barry is why Rangers are working a treat at the minute. Not every game, Motherwell was shocking, but the 3-5-2 clearly worked. It worked here. And, I mean, let's be honest, every manager has to start somewhere. Just because Barry Ferguson was shite at Kelty Hearts and thingy doesn't mean he's going to be shite here.
See a club like Rangers, so I think a passionate manager that understands the club can be more beneficial than someone like Clement. A guy that, I'm not going to say Clement's completely useless,
but see Ronnie Dyer,
I think passion can sometimes trump ability.
Do you not think Ronnie Dyer...
Do you agree?
Yeah, no, I agree. But do you not think Ronnie Dyer could actually be... He could be a better manager than Neil Lennon, for example.
But Neil Lennon's got the passion, the history.
He knows Celtic and things like that. And, you know, I haven't followed the guy's career. I'm not going to pretend I fucking know about Big Ronnie, alright? But Neil Lennon gets Celtic, and I think that does go a long way. Like, say Rangers don't hire Barry, get there in the end, and they bring in some foreign guy, right? And they're 9 points behind in October, November. I said this earlier in my feed. We could be sitting there saying, well, what if we kept Barry? He beat them at Parkhead.
Well, it's like Scott Brown. Let's say before he took the air job, you would have to assume that Ronnie Dyler was a better manager than Scott Brown, just out of the fact that Dyler's got experience and Brown doesn't. But most Celtic fans have given the choice would probably rather Brown.
Yep.
Because he's a club legend, and he understands, and he's going to show passion. It's going to mean more to him. And, you know, I don't think anyone's going to sit here and claim that Barry Ferguson is more knowledgeable than Clement.
No.
Because he's not. But at the end of the day, it's like, if it means more,
yeah,
then...
it's like, is Barry Ferguson going to go and win leagues in the Belgian league? No, I don't think he is. But the reality is, it's what they do here. It doesn't matter what they do there.
And I thought Rangers seemed more up for this game against Celtic than any Old Firm match I can remember in a long time.
See if Celtic bring it back to 2 each under Clement, I don't see how Rangers win.
I think this was probably Rangers' best performance against Celtic since the Gerrard days.
But yeah, I mean, the 3-0 at Ibrox was good under Clement. I'm not going to dispute that.
No, that was a good one.
But in terms of Parkhead, this is as good as it's been, you're correct, since then. But let's talk about the game. Raskin, header, good goal. Diamonde, other good goal. Maida, Tav should have done better, but you know what? For Raskin's header, Celtic will argue they should have done better with that. Rio Tati, good goal. And then what happened? Hamza Igamani come onto the pitch. And what a goal this is. First goal in 13, I believe. This is how you end it. Your wee streak, folks. Igamani is a good player. And I think he will build on this goal. For me, I think he's got to start up front now. I mean, we've seen Dessers. He got a similar opportunity, and look how bad it was. Like, Igamani, he's got something about him. Dessers, I'm not saying Dessers needs to be sold, right? I think he can be like the second striker.
He's better than either.
Yeah, he did nothing in this game. And, yeah, I did the Celtic fan.
People used to rip the piss out of me for saying that, and I think I deserve an apology. Dessers is better than either. I don't even think it's up for debate.
I did the Celtic fans react, right? A lot of them were calling for Ida to go, saying he's a flop.
Who do you think's better at the two?
Right here, right now, I think it is Dessers.
When I was saying Dessers, did you think it was Ida?
I know, but when were you saying it? I mean,
I've always said it. I've always said it.
No, but see last season.
I don't care.
Ida won them.
It's good to tap in because Butland fucking flopped it.
He scored crucial goals, so.
I could have scored that. The Motherwell goal, wee glancing header, boom. I can do that.
That's why you're not doing it then. You've been made redundant for
can Ida do what I do? Can Ida come on here and talk shite in an SPFL review show and try and keep people entertained? Can he do that for half an hour? Probably not.
Probably not, no.
No. Can't even keep people entertained while running about a football pitch.
Also,
so what chances he got?
Arnie Engels, people kind of bashing him. He couldn't do what McGregor did.
It's the price tag though. But then again, that's on Engels. He's justified. It's on him because he's obviously performed at a level in his career to justify that 11 million. But then again, maybe that's wrong because
Adam Adair done that though?
No, he hasn't.
So
Well, that's true. No, well, maybe we do need to cut.
put it this way, right? I think with Engels, he can develop. I would say Adam Adair, despite being a similar age, is pretty much the finished article in terms of what he can do.
See, if I'm the Celtic board, see going forward, I'm maybe putting my foot down and saying to the fans, right? See, you can shut the fuck up. See this crying every window. Spend the war chest. We ain't doing it because we spent the war chest on Ida and Engels. We spent, our 2 record signings back to back. And it didn't really strengthen them at all.
But see with Engels, see for Celtic to sell him, I think they would get their money back in near enough because teams would be like, well, he's done well for Celtic in the Champions League to a degree, and he also played in the Bundesliga. Adam Adair doesn't have that.
Yeah, but could we see Celtic just going back to signing 2, 3, 4, £5 million players? Or do you think now the fact that they broke their transfer record, do you think this is going to be the new norm every window? Do you think Celtic will be pushing £10 million?
Well, I think the alarm bells.
I mean, there was that Danish guy, I believe they wanted to sign.
Like for 13 million. The alarm bells are there, right? That's 2 Old Firm games in a row. Some people argue the League Cup final as well, where Rangers have outplayed them. And you know what? People bury Clement, they bury Barry Ferguson. Rodgers has been done by them now, a few games. And he's got the squad that's better on paper, it's better on the pitch. Most games in the SPFL, it's why they're top of the league. So what is it? Is Rodgers flopping? Or is it the players not caring because they're like, points down the road? Can't just be because Cal McGregor's not playing.
I don't think Cal McGregor's been that good this season. Or for the last while, to be fair.
I think Carter Vickers had a shite game. Hutton the Rocky was probably Celtic's best player. Alistair Johnson had a shite game as well. But yeah, Celtic, they're getting Kieran Tierney.
Anyway, let's talk about the goals. Raskin.
I've already talked about the goals.
Let's talk about them again.
I've already talked about 4 goals before we get the Igamani's goal.
Raskin in the Belgian squad. Deserved.
Well, yeah, I've already talked about it. You talk about it. I think it's deserved.
Well, no, I mean, I've always rated Raskin. I think
it's not a case of, he deserves to go in over Engels because, that's the gimmick we're going for. I would say based on form.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
He should be in the squad, and Engels, they're kind of stat padding him.
I rate Raskin because Rangers got him cheap.
Yeah.
I think that he's good value for money. See if Raskin cost Rangers £11 million, I'd be like, that was a waste. This guy's not an £11 million player.
Yeah.
So, I do, that does play a part, 100%. Diomande, I thought the build up for this goal was really good.
Tav into Raskin, boomed into Dio, bang, 2-0.
Dyson Maida, a header, just beating Tavernier. Back post.
Tav shite again.
Butland, though, it was probably the only... He made a couple of good saves, but that was a bad pass, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, he cost us, to be honest. Well, him and Tav.
Speak of good passes, though, Luke McCowan into Rio Atati, I thought it was a really good pass.
Should Luke McCowan be in the Scotland squad?
Yes.
Yeah, he should be. Don't know why he ain't.
Should Luke McCowan be a starter in the Celtic team? I'd say yes.
Well, he was today.
Yeah, but I think
a lot of Celtic fans were calling him out, though, saying he was shite.
We'll see.
That's the problem with Celtic.
I think Luke McCowan's the next Celtic captain.
Cal McGregor can't play forever. I mean, it might not be next season, the one after it, but he's not going to last forever.
And then Igamani, Butland with the assist. But who is it? Vickers that falls on his arse?
I think it was, yeah. And then
Igamani gets a little bit lucky with.
Vickers doesn't get the bounce of the ball. Then it's Johnston that falls, gets back, tackles him, and Igamani just fucking smashed it.
Igamani gets a little bit fortunate with the bounce of the ball, but it's a great strike.
Yeah, and it's just Dessert. Like, I'm not saying Dessert doesn't have this in his locker, but to win a game, I don't think he does. He balloons this at the stadium. And
that goal he scored against Man United was quality.
No, it was.
It's not his fault that didn't end. That didn't get them a draw.
No, it's Big Jeff. And I tell you what, I'm glad Big Jeff didn't play this game, because Big Jeff's arse folds on numerous occasions. But this is a goal worthy of winning any derby. So what about the fallout?
Who's Big Jeff? Jeff Sterling or Jeff?
Jeffy.
Alright.
Jeff Sterling. When's he play for Rangers, by the way?
I think I do.
Right, what about Tierney soaking the Celtic fans? Giving them a good bath.
That's a bit of banter, man. See, anyone phoning the police on that, you need to fucking wind your neck in.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, I'm not. We're not naive. Like if it's flipped, if someone does that to Hearts fans or does it to Rangers fans, yeah, you're going to be pissed off, especially if you're in the front row and it's your rivals doing that. But see to phone the, I'm seeing people say it could have been acid in the bottle. Well, why is he drinking it then?
Yeah, what fucking idiot's taking acid out to a football pitch and slurping it? I mean, if it was acid, it wouldn't be staying in the bottle. It would all.
I seen someone on Twitter say if this was in Edinburgh and he went round a crowd of people and soaked them, it would be charged as assault. It's like, well, hold on here. What's the difference if he did it in Edinburgh outside the fucking stadium?
40 miles?
No, but what is the difference? It's like...
Well, they're in Glasgow?
Yeah, that's my point. Why does it need to be in Edinburgh?
I mean, it was a bit of banter. It's a bit of banter. See all these people complaining about this, right? They would have been loving it. They would have been absolutely loving it if Dyson Maeda scored like the third goal, for example, and you had, I don't know, Anthony Ralston running up the sideline squirting Rangers fans.
Yeah.
They'd have thought that was great. Or if Anthony Ralston just walked up and squeezed the bottle right into fucking Barry Ferguson's eye.
Like I've seen people say, what about the people that are allergic to water? What about the people that even fade at their safe space and all that shit?
Is that even a thing?
I don't know.
People allergic
safe spaces are. I don't know about allergic to water.
Here, see if you require a safe space, you deserve to have more than a little bit of water shot at you.
And also,
right, replace that water.
I'd argue a safe space behind the fucking dugout at Old Farm.
If you need a safe space, then just lock yourself in the basement. Don't be going to a football game.
Yeah.
Fucking loser. Anyway, it was a decent game of football. It was a good ending.
Watergate.
Rangers 2-0 up. Celtic pulled it back. I thought at 2-2 there was only going to be one winner. Truth be told, I stuck £20 on Celtic. I was a wee bit pissed off when Rangers won this game. Not going to lie. At 2-0, I accepted I was beat. But at 2-2, I thought, oh, fuck, I've got a good chance here.
You did. Alistair Johnson right at the end of that chance.
Yeah, he should score. Adam Adea dives, probably the most he contributed.
No, it probably was, man.
Trying to earn a penalty, but he couldn't even do that right, so... Listening to the Rangers rabble, though, I think they do need to calm down. Here, Rangers have put in a couple of good performances against Celtic, right? And there's no doubt about that. But let's not pretend that these teams are level. Let's not pretend that the only difference between Rangers and Celtic is a little bit of consistency. Until Rangers can match Celtic in a league title race, until Rangers can constantly beat Celtic and show the sort of form that Celtic can show domestically, then they're still going to be a long way behind.
Yeah, it's even to...
And let's be honest, player for player, why Celtic are ahead. Peak player ability. If you're doing an 11 based on the players at their peak, I'd say you're probably putting about 8 at least Celtic players in there.
Yeah, and that is why they're top. But it's easy saying, if Rangers just sort out the consistency, but you have to do it. We're not talking about 3 or 4 points here. We're talking about 13.
Right.
It could have been 19.
Let's do it. Let's do a combined 11, and we're talking the current players at the clubs, but at their peak that they're shown for both teams. So not at other clubs, but the peak that they've shown for Rangers and Celtic.
I mean, I'd go Schmeichel, but I think it's close. I think it's close. Peak, it would be close.
I think it's close.
I just think Schmeichel does less mistakes.
I would give Schmeichel the edge purely because I think we've seen Butland had some rough periods, whereas Schmeichel's maybe had a bad game. We've seen Butland had like a run of bad games, so I'd go Schmeichel. Right back, I know I said peak, but Tavernier's not had peak in a long time, so I'd go Johnson.
Yeah, I would.
If we're doing 2 at the back and we're doing centre backs,
I'd go Balogun and Vickers.
I'd go
Vickers' legs are like non-existent.
I'd go Vickers and Suter.
No, not Vickers, Balogun's.
I'd go Vickers and Suter.
I have no complaints with Suter, but I'd go Balogun.
I've no issue with Balogun either. For me, I think the Scales has looked good, but I just don't see him as a top defender. He's an average defender that had like a really good season.
Yeah.
And I don't trust him.
Left back, I mean, Taylor gets abused. Schlupp was absolutely. See Jeffrey Schlupp, by the way, he was fucking shocking in this game. He gave the ball away like every time he touched it.
I'll go Greg Taylor.
I'll go Greg Taylor.
Taylor. So we're 5 in, and we've both got. It's not the same Rangers play, but it's 4-1. You move into the midfield.
My midfield three.
It's probably a Celtic shutout for me. If we're talking peak. Now, I would consider putting Raskin in.
I'd put Raskin in. I think Raskin at his peak gets in. I do.
So who's the three?
I would go Hatate, McGregor, Raskin.
Actually, that's not bad. I would probably accept that. Because
no, if we're being honest, right?
I don't think Engels and Bernardo showed...
I forgot about Bernardo. No, like McCown, Bernardo, Engels and Raskin. Out of those four, throw Diamonde in, out of those five, who's looked the best at the absolute peak? I would go with Raskin. I think Raskin, like...
I'd give you Raskin, but I think you'd also have to accept if somebody had 3 Celtic players in the midfield, I don't think you could have too much complaints.
No, I wouldn't. Right wing. Tierney or Kuhn, that's tough. I think Kuhn's dropped off a wee bit.
But alright, but up front, I'd probably go Maida, and then I'd go Jota on the left.
Yeah, I probably would do that.
Unless you're playing Maida on the left, then I would go Igamani up front. Or
that's
Dessers.
What I would do.
I certainly would not be picking either. The only way the centre forward's a Celtic player is if that centre forward is Dyson Maida.
But no, what I've got to say,
and if Kyogo was still at the club, it would obviously be him. But look, we went through it, and I think we can both agree that you'd probably get 2 or 3 Rangers, but at the absolute most 4.
Yeah, but what I would say is...
but to put 4 Rangers players in this combined 11, you'd be pushing it.
See the last 3 games, though? Rangers have won the midfield battle, and they've outplayed them.
Well, if you're basing on the last 3 games, I'd say more Rangers players get in than Celtic. But I just think overall that Celtic do have the better squad. That's the point I'm trying to make here. I don't think these 2 teams are now equal just because Rangers have performed the last few games. Don't agree with the Rangers rabble.
No, I don't agree with the Rangers rabble either. Like, it's easy saying all they've got to do shows more consistency, but you've got...
that'd be like saying, Celtic competed well 2 games in a row against Bayern Munich. They're both the same. I mean, it doesn't work that way.
I can't remember, right, what was the score between United and Liverpool at Old Trafford this season, but they drew 2 each at Anfield. It doesn't mean that Man United just need to turn around and say, well, we just need to show a bit more consistency. Obviously, the gap between Rangers and Celtic is way closer between United and Liverpool because United are fucking rank. But, yeah, if Rangers have a strong summer and they don't drop silly points away and at home recently, then... But you can't say... I'm not going to say Rangers are back until we're winning trophies again.
First thing I'd do if I was Rangers, I'd sign Tierney.
Yes.
Just for that water thing today alone.
I'd sign Tierney and I'd sign Seema. Get Seema sorted. And a front 3 of Tierney, Seema and Igamani.
Could do damage, right? Let's move on.
What about Celtic fans? Not Green Brigade not being allowed in? Having to drink their own piss, apparently.
Can't really comment on that because I don't know enough about it.
Fair enough.
But it must be a bit pish, having to drink your own pish.
Yeah, that are the rumours. They were not allowed to eat or drink for 5 hours by the police.
Right, let's talk about Hearts. I predicted 2-0 and it was 2-0.
Nice, wee, easy bet.
Cabangu, guys scoring. I mean, he couldn't do it against Rangers when it mattered, but guys scoring goal after goal after goal. A question was asked, would you take signing Cabangu on a transfer at the end of the season if it meant losing Shankland?
I think you would.
I mean, I'd love them both, but...
Wait, Cabangu must be a lot younger.
I think he's 23.
Well, then that's it.
So yeah, Hearts
I think for Hearts, though, to have any, not hope. Hope's too strong of a word, but Hearts having like those 2 guys with James Wilson up front, going into European games and games against Celtic and Rangers, that's what you need.
Yeah, you can't just be relying on one really good striker and everyone else being average.
Yeah,
I think you need multiple good strikers to choose from.
Right, Kelly won, Hibs won. Let's beat my bet, £200.
Yeah, Martin Boyle gave Hibs the lead.
Actually,
and then
I had Motherwell.
Fraser Murray in the 92nd minute getting an important goal for Kilmarnock, a point for Kilmarnock. Derek McKenzie, I'm not saying he'd be in danger of losing his job, but I mean, last thing he wanted was another especially with Dundee picking up a big one.
Yeah, I tell you what, Ross County are getting close again. We'll get to it in a minute though. Motherwell 2, St Mirren 2. Should never have been a red in this game.
Yeah, St Mirren 2.
Scandalous.
St Mirren 2-0 up, getting pulled back. And the Callum Slater double though. I think Callum Slater's a good. Could he be the next player to lead Motherwell to go to a bigger club?
He could be. And then we've got this game.
Oh,
I have nothing to say.
I believe I predicted a St Johnstone 1-0 win. Listen, didn't see it, can't comment on it, but I've got a feeling it was an absolute stinker.
I've seen like half the
I mean,
highlights.
listen, we're talking 7,000 people
Watching a bag of shit.
The referee was Chris Graham, for fuck's sake.
Whoever he is.
It's not like you're getting John Beaton or someone with a bit of a name value.
El Hebner.
It's Chris Graham. I've never heard of the guy.
Aye.
Not even a single card. I mean, what is there to talk about here?
Not like fucking Buzz and Woody man referee in this game.
Jimmy Taylor's got to go.
Mr. Potato Head.
That's unacceptable.
Aye, it is. There's your league table. Is the league title still on?
No, it's no. 8 games to go, but Rangers have delayed Celtic winning it, so good for them.
So a possible 24, and there's 13 in it. It's all over. Still seeing people pretend it's still alive. Here, if Rangers didn't lose to Motherwell and St Mirren, they could have made it 4 with the old firm at Ibrox, and that would have been different, but they did. So let's run that up.
If Rangers never had that shite run of form after Christmas.
All swings and roundabouts, though, isn't it?
Hibs, 44 points. Aberdeen, 43. Dundee United, 41.
I mean,
Hearts,
Celtic could still
49.
finish on 99 points. Rangers could finish on a total of 86.
Yeah, league's over. So that's what you need to know. But yeah, we have seen Celtic now lose 3 games in total. Rangers have lost 6. So maybe not as dominant as people make out. Because they have lost quite a few games.
No, absolutely. And they're beginning to concede a lot more goals now.
Yeah, no.
I think a big concern for
Brendan
Celtic.
Rodgers said that he wanted Celtic to concede less than 20 goals. They've already conceded 20.
Well, I'll tell you
with
what,
8 games
they've
remaining.
conceded 9 against Rangers in 3 games. That's poor.
That's almost half of their.
Yeah. Like, that is pretty...
I tell you what.
No, the 3 goals are against in the League Cup. One of them, but still, not ideal. Hibs sit 3rd, point clear of Aberdeen, 3 clear of Dundee United, and then Hearts sit 5 behind Hibs. So, tell you what, if it stays that close into the split, it'll be entertaining.
Motherwell, though. Motherwell's still in there. They've been overtaken by Hearts.
Yep. Then we get St Mirren and Ross County.
But here, I think we just assumed. We said, right, that unfortunately Aberdeen and Dundee United, they're just going to make... Well, not Dundee United, we weren't really talking about them, right? But we were saying that Aberdeen are just going to make it into split and they'll be okay. I mean, you've got Motherwell and Hearts.
They play Rangers, I know that.
Aberdeen do.
Yep.
Could we see Aberdeen or Dundee United miss out on top 6?
I think Dundee United's the realistic one.
Right, you got St Mirren on 35, Ross County on 35, Kilmarnock 32, Dundee 31, St Johnstone 26. Just when you thought Dundee were slipping away, they get a big win, they pull themselves back into it. St Mirren, not necessarily safe. Ross County, not necessarily safe. Yeah, it takes a couple more. I mean, a couple of games where you lose, the guys behind you win, and all of a sudden.
Tell you what, St Mirren could still go straight down. 9 points is nothing. If St Johnstone win a load of games.
St Mirren's form's been weird.
It has been. You know what? Let's actually look at the fixtures and discuss this. So, up next, Aberdeen, Motherwell. Motherwell walk away with 3 points.
Wait, what's the gap? Aberdeen 43.
5, I think.
If Motherwell beat Aberdeen,
You'd be worried.
Dundee United have a winnable game. But have a losable game.
Yeah, that's a big game on Sunday.
Hearts against Celtic.
Tell you what, St Johnstone, they need to step up the task. The Hearts going to step up to task.
Bloody hope so.
Be a good game.
Bloody hope. St Mirren Kilmarnock. That's a
lot of tasty games in there.
What was St Mirren Kilmarnock? What are you thinking?
It's 2 teams that are so inconsistent. They're probably still using the European excuse.
Do you think Dundee have a good chance against Rangers? Have a bit of momentum coming off that derby, or
Well, both teams have a wee bit of momentum coming off that derby, to be honest. Right, there's your next round of fixtures.
you got Motherwell taking on Kilmarnock. Like the way Kilmarnock are playing, them being at home just doesn't really give you that much of a
No, it's not what it used to be.
no. And then you got Aberdeen away to Dingwall.
And then our final one.
Aberdeen could miss out in the top. Motherwell Hearts. I've got a feeling that could be. That's it. That could. The likelihood is that will decide who finishes top
We'll see
6.
Hibs, right? Hibs in the next 3 games. I've got a home to St Johnstone, Dundee, and away to Rangers. I expect 6 out of 9.
Motherwell Hearts.
Yeah, very, very intriguing. Celtic, they play with Hearts, St Johnstone. Kelly, Rangers play Aberdeen, Dundee, and Hibs. So, 2 pretty tough games and a pretty tough game at home. But you know what? We'll cover all the games, and we have to say fair play to Premier Sports. You're getting games every weekend. Like, without Premier Sports, we wouldn't have seen that Dundee derby.
Yeah, and that's what we want. We want more games. Don't really care who shows them as long as they're televised. So
I think Premier Sports does a good job of presenting them.
shout out to Premier Sports.
But we're the Premier Scottish Football channel. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back very soon. But until then, peace.